What's going on, y'all? It's Athletes Culture again, coming at you with another video. So this is going to be my pre-draft NBA predictions. Today's draft night, as you already know. So this NBA draft, hasn't been any much talk in terms of it being a superstar-driven draft. You know, a lot of people are calling this the role player draft, but you never know. Depending on where a player lands, their situation may change. People said the same thing about 2013 on how it was a bad draft, but look what came out of 2013. You had the two-time reigning MVP award winner Giannis Antetokounmpo, and he wasn't even mentioned in the top five. All right, so this draft could definitely shock a lot of players. Shock a lot of organizations, shock a lot of fans, and what players end up developing into. Honestly, the top two, in my opinion, from what I've seen, I haven't really seen that much, to be quite frank. But from what I've seen, the two obvious picks that are going to be, depending on where they land, obviously situation does matter. They're going to be the stars, will be LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards. I mean, those are definitely surefires. But the teams that have the two top picks may not necessarily need their services at the moment. Minnesota at one doesn't necessarily need LaMelo Ball because they have D'Angelo Russell there. Same goes for Golden State, with Steph Curry and Clay at the backcourt. There isn't going to be much benefit to him going to those organizations. Now, can Anthony Edwards benefit with playing with D'Angelo Russell and Karl Anthony Towns? Sure, he can. He's a two guard. Can slash, create for himself, get to the line. It's not going to be necessarily an issue with spacing because Karl Anthony Towns can pop out and hit the three. So he would definitely be a great pickup, and he will also help shore up their defense in the perimeter too. He would definitely be with his size, with his athleticism, and coupled with his strength and power. Anthony Edwards would definitely be an improvement on the defensive end. Excuse me. So I don't see why you wouldn't necessarily want to take him, but there's a lot of politics going on, and like what has been going around, they're calling this the role player draft. So chatter is going on that the number one pick actually is going to be James Wiseman from Memphis. I have intel that James Wiseman is going to go number one. Minnesota is most likely going to take him and try to either trade that pick down over to Charlotte, see what Charlotte can take, and go from there. Or just trade the number one pick overall, trade it down, take Charlotte at 3, and then take Anthony Edwards from Minnesota and also get maybe another draft pick in this draft, a future draft pick for the future, or a player that Charlotte has that can definitely add to what Minnesota's trying to do. Players such as I don't really necessarily look at them giving up a Devontae Graham. Devontae Graham is a great player. Charlotte would definitely benefit from keeping him, but if we were going to talk about, things that they can add to them, definitely at the wing position, someone like a Dwayne Bacon can probably help him out on the defensive end. I don't know if Charlotte's high on Terry Rozier, but Terry Rozier coming over to Minnesota can definitely help in the backcourt too, shore up that defense at the shooting guard position, also be maybe a backup to D'Angelo, who knows? But definitely I can see Minnesota trading that number one pick going down to 3, letting Charlotte pick at number 1, and then Charlotte would definitely upgrade by getting a dominant center, or a center with potential to be dominant in James Wiseman. He's still a raw player, not much of a post skills, but with that raw talent potential, you can mold that player into whatever it is that you want him to be. And that's what I think organizations look at. So there's a lot of avenues to go. Also, too, Golden State is looking at getting Wendell Carter, from Chicago. And I know last night I made that other video with Zach LaVine going to Philadelphia. Word is that part of this deal of sending Zach LaVine on over to Philadelphia involves Golden State. Golden State acquiring Wendell Carter from Chicago. But Chicago overall, because they're definitely in rebuild mode, they want to get somebody back for giving up Zach LaVine, especially in Wendell Carter. So they're looking to move up in the draft, obviously do a flip with Golden State, move up that 4 to 2, draft LaMelo Ball going to Chicago. Then Zach goes on over to Philadelphia. Golden State will take Wendell Carter, drop down to the number 4 pick where they can take in somebody like a Obi Toppin, from Dayton. Obi Toppin has been somebody that they've had their eyes on, that's 6'9", he's bringing a lot of length and athleticism. You could put him at the 4. You could put him at the 3. You could put him potentially at the 5 if you want to run some small ball. So he definitely adds to what they're trying to do, which is length and size. The NBA now is a size game due to what the Lakers have done by winning a championship. It's a copycat league. So teams are looking to add some size, teams that are looking to contend. And if they do have size already, they want to get playmakers, players who can score for them down the crutch, something like what Miami was able to do with Jimmy Butler. They want players like that. That's how you're going to win that formula. You're going to need size to bang down low throughout the game, and then when the game gets in the trenches, you're going to need that playmaker. So that's definitely what's going to happen in the this NBA draft. I think those are the most plausible situations, though I say it's definitely going to go down that way. Who knows, to be honest? Who knows? It's just definite in my mind. You guys may have other suggestions. That's why I want you to like, comment, subscribe down below. I want to hear which is going to go down. Till next time.